If you are considering becoming a minimalist, then let me tell you, you will not regret it, and it will be super helpful for you for strengthening you in your walk with Jesus and clearing out your life, quite literally. My name is Emily, and this is Mom Mia Greens, and my channel is all about being a minimalist and motherhood and faith and all the things that come with that. I'll be explaining why I became a minimalist and why it helped me in my faith. I pray that you feel encouraged and strengthened by this video and that it helps you and your family and whatever walk of life you're in. And so even joining me today is my little boy. He's 2 months old and you might hear some sounds from him. But so number one reason why I became a minimalist, really, it's kind of like it chose me. And I say that because I had to take severe sacrifices. So it seemed like at the time. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom and we're gonna make it work. And so with that being said, financially is why I chose minimalism, because I knew if I stayed home that I wouldn't be able to spend on all the extra things that I initially want to and just simply couldn't do it anymore. And because I was 24 and just out of college, didn't really start a career. I just kind of jumped into being a mom, which I totally love. It's been amazing, but it took sacrifice in our finances. Another reason, point number two, is I simply did not have the space. And so since we were choosing to live this lifestyle, so I could stay home, it had to give in other areas. So if we were cutting back financially, that meant that we needed a smaller place to live in that we could afford. And we were living, the two of us, my husband and I, one little baby and 2 dogs in Dallas, Texas. And it's expensive city. It's expensive to live in the city. And so being able to find a place meant we're gonna live in a 1-bedroom apartment for the time being and we can make things work. And honestly, it was the best because I was willing to make the sacrifice and really got rid of so many things to make it work. I was selling clothes on Facebook Market. I was selling extra furniture that we didn't need, or even buying and reselling things to make it work so I can choose to stay home and live this lifestyle was kind of the priority for us. And from the start, I would not say I necessarily titled myself as a minimalist. I think that it naturally grew into that as I made the decision to live frugally. And it really was a process that was changed spiritually and very practically. On the spiritual side of it, I was not focused so much on, or I guess I was super focused on like a status, you could say, of, I just graduated from college and now I'm a stay-at-home mom. And I would feel like I would always beat myself up of, well, that was just a waste of time. But I know that the Lord had led me to live that and meet my husband in college and to learn the things I had learned at that time was not a waste, and that I'm not worthy of something because of a degree. I'm worthy because I'm a daughter of the King. And so I feel like that really helped me focus on what's actually important in life than it just being, oh, I'm worth something because I make X amount of money, or we live in this kind of a household. And it's super easy to do that, especially in a big city where there's very different types of people and super nice neighborhoods, and you can walk around. And I was also just like feeling sorry for myself. I'm like, I go on a walk with the baby in the stroller and I'm like, wow, like these people have nice houses, and just like kind of pouting of like, but I don't have that. And that's not what this life is about. It's not about materials. And I think that really opened my eyes of, I'm doing something that is very important to me. And if that means cutting back and titling myself as a minimalist, then that's awesome. Like, that's something that works for us, and it might not be for everybody. And so that was a really cool way that I felt like I was able to grow spiritually. And even on the practical side of things, I feel like I was able to understand, like, oh, if I want to stay home, I feel like I've been saying stay home a lot. If I want to stay home mom, I need to actually budget. And actually, what is a budget? I don't know. Do you have a budget? Because your girl did not have a budget. And so I had to learn how to budget and stick to it, and really get rid of a lot of things and not spend money on coffees, like not spend a dime on eating out, and make things at home. I learned how to make sourdough. It was cutting back on certain things that we spent on, or just realizing how many little things add up. Storage or whatever that might look like for you, all these like little amounts per month that we just cut back, or we just got the lowest Wi-Fi available, or whatever that might look like, just so that we were still living within our means, was super helpful. And also not buying new clothes or buying new shoes like we once had was a wake-up call for us. And all of the things in this earth and the people in it, including you and me, belong to the Lord. And with cutting back on our finances, it made me think of also cutting back on things that I just spent time on that were not glorifying God. And again, it's not bad, or I haven't said this yet, but it's not bad to have money, to make money, but how are we utilizing that to glorify God? That was the big catch for this, is how am I spending my time, my possessions, my finances, my relationships, how am I stewarding my body, am I eating nutritious foods, am I exercising, am I really just doing all things for the glory of God. And we say as Christians that we surrender our lives to Jesus. Well, that's all of it. It's not just, yay, let's go to church on Sunday and then forget about what the rest of the week looks like. It's with Jesus day in and day out, every hour, every moment he's with us. And so I want to glorify him, and I want him to just be happy with the way that I live my life, to honor him, because he did so much for us already, and he does so much for us already. A game changer for me is I got off social media for almost 2 years now, and during that time I realized, where was I spending my time as a question. Was I spending time comparing myself to other people and what they have and what I don't have? Am I dwelling in that and having my thoughts carry me throughout the day and kind of being idle in that? That's kind of where I cut back in and realized, like, that needs to go, because I can find joy. And that's the point of minimalism, is finding joy in things that matter to you and prioritizing life a lot better. And in soul living and in motherhood and homemaking, you can do the same, so that you can enjoy being with your family than really wasting your time scrolling. Because at the end of this life, everything is going to turn to dust, and the only thing that will last is the word of the Lord. And so things that are done to glorify him is all that I'm interested in. And I think that becoming a minimalist has completely shaped the way that I do life. And there are different types of minimalism, so I will do another video of like, what type are you, and figure that out for you, let it help you, and you can utilize it to your benefit. I hope and pray that you will grow spiritually as you become a minimalist, and as you try to declutter your home and simplify your life, and or slow living and doing things that glorify God, because the whole purpose is for him. Of different types of minimalists, you can be to a complete extreme, or one room at a time here. It's not gonna all jump out at you at once. And if you were to come into my home, you would think, are you a minimalist? I certainly am. I definitely do not buy things unless they serve a value or have purpose. and that has really helped. It's not about having less and not having anything. It's just using the things that you do have and caring for your possessions well. And like I said, living to glorify God in all things. And I don't think having a whole bunch of things in storage are very helpful to you, and just why manage that stuff. I pray that my testimony of why I became a minimalist encouraged you today, and also pray that you find this video helpful if you are wanting to become a minimalist, and that living this lifestyle takes discipline. It's not easy in the beginning, and honestly can be really hard, especially if there's a sale at Target or the dollar section there. But you can do it, and you will be super grateful that you did, and you will not regret it, and you will prioritize what really matters in life to you and your family, and let it all glorify God. Thank you guys for watching Mama Mia Greens. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.